Hi, my name is Russell Stooley, world leader pressure point fighting, national boxing coach for Cambodia, ton of downgrades. Nah, who cares about all that? Anyway, thought it'd be a jolly good wheeze. We'll answer some questions for you. Now, can't go down the gym at the moment, all this COVID malarkey, but we will be getting you some more stuff from the gym over the next few days, so don't worry about that. Loads of tips and tricks on their way, and we will do a load for you. Do not worry about that. Anyway, by the by, I had loads of emails in from people asking about how to cope with different kinds of fighters. Obviously we can show that better down at the gym, but let me give you a couple of little tidbits here and now to help you out with it. Okay, now let's imagine this for 1 minute. Anybody can throw a big swinging punch. If you're a big strong guy, no training whatsoever, you can just go oof, 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 and throw with power. You know, if you're 6'6", 20 stone, 300 pound or something, you just go doof, like that. It hurts. No matter, you know, even if you're just absolutely no good, it's still going to hurt. Somewhere along the line, size and strength will start to matter. So knowing that anybody can punch when they swing, right? Might not be good, might not be technically any good, but it's got a chance of hurting you. Only somebody who's pretty well trained can actually throw a really good straight punch. Even people who try to throw straight, quite often they've got a bit of an arc to it and it swings around a little bit. Okay, so they're trying to throw a nice straight punch, but it's coming out with a bit of an arc to it, or a bit of an arc to it, or something like that, rather than from here, bop, straight down the pipe. I say anybody can swing wide. So, knowing that, when it comes to self-defense, or even sport, you want to discourage, if you know they can't, if it's self-defense, you want to discourage the swinging guy. So you might have your hands up here, say, whoa, hold on mate, don't want any trouble. And your hands are up high and wide. Well, that discourages the swing because you've got to get round the arms. So it makes it more and more less likely, right, that somebody's going to try to swing around your arms. They've already got to get through a barrier to get to your face. So swinging, it's going to put them off or slow them down that little bit, give you maybe only that sort of like split second, but it will give you maybe, hopefully, a little bit of time. It might put them off a little bit with your hands up here. And also with your hands being up, you're very close to your strikes if you know what you're doing. So by having your hands up and out, it's sort of inviting something down the middle. So you've got a higher chance, nothing's ever sure, don't forget, you've got a much higher chance that something's going to come down the middle. Okay, so you can deal with that. Now, conversely, you might be the type of guy who wants a swinging punch so you can get inside it, grab hold of them, throw them around and do all sorts of nasty bits and pieces to them. In which case your hands might be up here saying, oh, leave me alone mate, I don't want any trouble. What are you picking on me for? Whoa, leave me alone, all that as you're moving around, of course. I'm just stationary for the camera. But you're up here and your hands are in front of your face, so to speak, which makes it less likely that somebody's trying to punch through both of your hands to get to your face. They're going to have to go round them, aren't they? Which means even somebody who loves a straight punch will have to go round to get to you. So you're almost certainly guaranteed, again, no guarantees in a fight, but you've got a much higher chance that that punch is going to swing round. So knowing that, you're going to be here half expecting something coming round or round. Most people are right-handed, so you've got a higher chance of a right hand coming round. Obviously, depends on how your opponent is stood. If he's stood left side forward, like this, it's probably going to be that one, isn't it? Probably. If he stood this way round like that, it's probably going to be that one. I say there's no guarantees, but most people are right-handed, so most people will throw their power punch first. They'll be grabbing or pushing with the other hand and then throwing the other one, self-defense. So you can be deciding which sort of attack you're wanting them to throw if they're going to be throwing one. That's always assuming you haven't gone first. That's always assuming you haven't gone first. There's a couple of little tips there for you. Oh, before we say anything else, remember, do the like, subscribe thing and press the bell and all that jazz so you get notified of everything. It's important that you do that. That way we can keep you informed all the time. And tell people, share it. Tell everybody. Even if you don't like it, share it. Who cares? I don't. Right? But here's the thing. What you're looking for in self-defense is to give yourself the biggest possible chance of winning. Same in sports, but self-defense is rather more important. So to do that, right, if you haven't already decided that you've got to go and preemptively smack them one, you've got to make it so that the other guy is always having to think, oh, should I do this, should I do that, where am I, what am I? So your body angle should change, your angle on them should be different. You shouldn't just stand there in front of them going, you what, what'd you call me? You've got to make sure you've got an angle, you're off at an angle on them. You're making sure that your distance is such that your power hand is ready to go, their power hand is off angle, it doesn't quite feel right, that your hands, if you're gesticulating with it, that your hands are in a position whereby you're inviting what you want to come. You've got to start thinking of all of those things to make sure that you put yourself in the most advantageous position possible. And that starts with your body alignment, footwork, distance, and then your hand placement. Now if they're advancing rapidly towards you, it may be that you just have to force them off and then bang straight in, or just bang them straight away. But it's a case of, you know, there's a million, gazillion one ways of things can happen. There's no hard and fast rules, there's general principles. Generally, if your hands are here, they're going to go around the outside. Generally, if your hands are wide, they're going to go down the middle. It's common sense, it's what most people would do. Okay, so think of those things, see how you can integrate them into your own training. Have a try of it. You could even try it in your boxing, kickboxing, MMA stuff. Because if you're standing here like that, there's more chance of them trying to come down the middle, go for a takedown, whatever. If your hands are here, there's more chance of them going for a big swinger, isn't it? So you've got a lot more chance of getting what you want from it, because you want them to feed you what you want to receive. Anyway, that's enough from me today. Hopefully we're back in the gym in the next few days and we can start sending you a lot more stuff. Remember the what's it, subscribe thing. See you later.